Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are putting to the test the new Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veils. I am so excited to try these and put them to the test. So hopefully that sounds interesting to you. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell and let's get into it. These are the new Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veils. They have a really similar packaging, or the same packaging as the Skin Enhancer and the Skin Perfector that Mario released a little while ago. I did have the Skin Perfector. I got rid of that because I decluttered it, sorry, because I didn't like it, but I do really love the Skin Enhancer, which is kind of like a balmy, not balmy cream bronzer. It's hard to explain, but I really do like this product, and so because I like this product so much, I thought I would probably really like this product from him. He released 6 shades of these new blush veils. I picked up the shade Perfect Pink and Barely Blushing, and I'll show you the swatches of those in a second. Comes in your standard, black packaging from Makeup by Mario. Says it has a 12-month expiry, made in Italy. I paid 57 Australian dollars, and I think that's usually about 35 or 39 US dollars off the top of my head. I picked mine up from the Makeup by Mario website directly because Sephora Australia doesn't seem to get any of the new Makeup by Mario products for like 6 to 8 months. So I knew if I wanted to try them like quickly, I would have to pick them up off there. However, as a side note, just from an international customer's perspective, Mario used to do free shipping to Australia if you spent like over $110, and he's since canned that. And it used to be 20 Australian dollars to get shipping, which is expensive, but I didn't mind because it was DHL Express, which meant his orders always usually come to me in like 3-4 days, which I think is amazing. And now he's bumped that up to like 30 Australian dollars. So these blushes were $114 for 2, plus that it cost me like $154 for 2 blushes with the shipping, which I just think is ridiculous. And I do wish that he brought back his free shipping. That's just a side note. A quick description of this product. A weightless cream blush balm made with hyaluronic acid to hydrate and plump skin with a sheer veil of color. And it says, unveil your luminosity with Mario's cream blush balm. The sheer formula is made with hyaluronic acid to plump and hydrate while enhancing cheeks with a dewy finish. The non-comedogenic blush grips the skin while pearlescent pigments create a luminous finish for the perfect no makeup effect. Now let's swatch these. So this one right here is Barely Blushing, and I just love myself a good kind of neutral-ish. I say neutral, it's obviously not like a neutral, but like a straight down the line kind of not too cool, not too warm, pinkish color. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, Barely Blushing. And then I also got Perfect Pink, which I thought looked a little bit different on the website, but I'm happy. It's a little bit more cool tone, and I feel like a little bit more, I don't know, in the pan it looks cool tone mauvey-ish. Definitely very pink, but mauvey-ish. Just immediately as I'm swatching these, they definitely feel like the Skin Enhancer. I think that the Skin Enhancer probably has a little bit less hydration to it, just slightly. These definitely feel a lot more like greasy and balmy, if you will. I can definitely see the sheer kind of claims, but I do wonder, I think it might build up a little bit. So this one's Barely Blushing and this one's Perfect Pink. Very pretty shades, I think. Very pretty. I do wonder, I mean, they do have 6 shades and they do go a little bit deeper, but I do wonder if it is that more sheer color, how it will translate across all skin tones. But I'm not a makeup artist, so if you have a deeper skin tone and you've tried these, let us know in the comments and let us know if they work for your skin tone as well. I think one of the big questions would be, how do these blushes differ to the Soft Pop cheek sticks or the blush sticks? Now I have 4 of these, so I'll do a swatch of these 4 shades that I have against the 2 blush veil shades that I have in a second. Just going off the description for these blush sticks, this one here is like Dusty Rose. If you haven't seen it before, I've used these quite a bit on my channel. This one says that it's like easy to use, dual-ended cream blush stick. Okay, great. Delivers sheer buildable coverage and leaves your cheeks looking healthy and radiant. Emollient infused formula feels comfortable all day and offers a dewy finish with no oily sensation. So my kind of, without trying them just first off the bat, my assumption would be that these ones right here, these blush sticks, are more so if you want like a more buildable, I guess, fuller coverage, more high pigment payoff from the blush, and then these ones are that kind of more sheer no makeup effect. Now they both say that they have like that glossy luminous finish, if you will. I do find that these blush sticks have a luminous finish, some shades more than others, but I also find that it's not so luminous that it's like sticky or like texture enhancing kind of luminous. It's more just like a natural glow from within, depending on the shade. Like for example, Soft Coral does have kind of a fleck of gold through it, and I find Soft Coral to be a lot more like glowy on the skin than the other shades, so it can depend there. So I'm going to swatch the 4 Blush Pop the stick blushes that I have against the blush veils, just so that you guys can compare them. Okay, so these are all of my cream blushes from Mario Swatch. So you have Dusty Rose, Earthy Pink, Raspberry, Soft Coral. So these are the Soft Pop blush sticks. And then you have Perfect Pink and Barely Blushing from the new blush veils. And just from swatching them, you can definitely see that the blush sticks are way more pigmented and like brighter, but the actual feel of the product kind of feels similar. I think these ones feel a little bit maybe more emollient, but not by much. And these actually, no, these ones feel quite emollient and haven't dried down, whereas this one has not dried down completely, but it's definitely a lot more dried down from when I first swatched them. So yeah, I guess if you're looking for a more sheer hydrating coverage or cream blush, then you want to go with the blush veils potentially. We'll try them out. And then if you want something more pigmented, I mean, straight off the bat, if you definitely want something more pigmented, you want to go with the blush sticks for sure. I just zoomed you guys in a bit so that we can apply these blushes. Now, what is on my face, I will have everything linked down below for you guys. They are affiliate links, so if you shop through them, thank you so much. But foundation is NARS Sheer Glow. And then I set my face with the Vieve Modern Radiance Powder, my Westman Pink Bubble. And then I did use the light Softsculpt stick from Mario combined with the enhancer, just to be a little bit extra. I also used the Mario powder bronzer. I used the Mario Pearl highlighter. And I used on my eyes the Ethereal palette. I just took this shade right here and blended that all over my eyes. And then I took the single Bronzite shadow, which is this, and tapped that over the eyes. And that is what is on my face, as well as the lip liner in Toasty and the Moisture Glow in Apricot. Yes. So there you go. That is what's on my face. It's a lot of Mario products. I thought it was only fitting. So let's take a Refa 37 first and dip into Barely Blushing. And I'm gonna pick up the product directly on the brush here, and I like to just stamp it out on the back of my hand first just to make sure it's all evenly dispersed, and then tap it onto the face. Now I have set my face because that is how I like to use my cream blush. I like to put cream blush over powder and then set it with a little bit of powder. That's just what I do. So for me, if I'm going to like a cream blush, it needs to be able to work well over powder, and that's kind of how I review it. It needs to work in with my preferences. That is looking amazing. It doesn't feel too tacky. It's definitely not set down, but it doesn't feel too tacky. It has a lovely amount of pigment, I think, but I would be interested to see and hear from like deeper skin tones around how that works for you guys. And if you need to like build it up or if it shows on your skin. But initially that looks really lovely, just like a soft kiss of color, definitely very natural. Does have a bit of a glow to it for sure, but nothing crazy texture enhancing or anything like that. But if you do have oily skin, I could probably see maybe this product not working for you. It might be too balmy, but for me that looks really nice and has blended out lovely, and it has not lifted any products or foundation or anything under my skin. So immediately I am impressed. I think that looks really nice, and I don't think you'd be able to build it up too much more than this, to be honest. I'll try again. I'll try and do another like application and see how far you can kind of build it up. But I think that's probably as much as I'm gonna get, which is fine for me, right? I'm the color of a piece of paper. It's not hard for color to show up on me. But yeah, I like that. I really like that it hasn't, for such a emollient formula, it has not moved any products underneath, and definitely performs like how the Skin Enhancer performs, which is why I thought I would like these, because I do really like that Skin Enhancer product. Okay, let's try Perfect Pink now. We'll just look crazy with 2 different blush colors today. This is just a BH Cosmetics marble brush from their set. Same steps. That's pretty. That is very pretty. For such a bright pink, that looks lovely. So if you're intimidated but want a bright pink, this might be the way to go. Or if you have like those really pink blushes at the moment, like think like Dior Rosy Glow or like the Too Faced Candy Crush, like that cool tone pink that's kind of trending, and you wanted a cream blush to pair with that, this might be the one to go because it's going to apply beautifully and be that kind of a pink, but not so full on that when you set it with like your blush powder, it's gonna like all match together really well. Anyway, that's what I think. They're quite lovely. Definitely a lot sheerer. If you were to use one of the blush sticks, it would be so much more pigmented. These are definitely, if you are someone that maybe is intimidated by cream blush and just wants to like dip your toes in the water and testing them, this might be a really good option for you because it is a more sheerer product, so it's not going to be too intimidating to use. Or if you like that no makeup look, or if you're just someone like me, like I just like to use thin layers of makeup, and that's why I use like cream and then powder products over the top. That works really well for me as well. I can also get a bit heavy-handed with the blush, so you know, something that's a little bit sheerer and more buildable does work for me and my heavy hand tendencies. I'm just going to take my sponge and just kind of, I would do this regardless of the product. Yeah, that actually looks so natural. I definitely, after I've tapped it out with the sponge, have lost a little bit of pigment. I wonder how these would wear throughout the day. I don't think these would be the most crazy long wearing products. I will say though, these are not as tacky as you think. Like I would still personally set these with powder, but if I didn't, I really don't think that I would have an issue with it. Like I don't feel like the wind would blow and my hair would like stick to my face or anything. So I'm not mad about that. And I think for me, I don't like super glowy blushes because I find it's texture enhancing for me, but I do not find these to have enhanced texture at all. So yeah, I'm actually really impressed with these. I'm gonna actually put a little bit of the Perfect Pink on this other side and just marry my blushes together a little bit so I don't look so crazy, because I'm filming this before work and I do have meetings for the rest of the day. All right, let's zoom out and I will wrap this up for you guys. Alrighty, that is the new Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veils. What do I think? Do I think they are worth the money? Everyone's value of $1 is different. You guys know I always say that. Only you can decide that for yourself. I'm just here to tell you whether or not I like it personally. And I do. I really, really, really like these actually. And I wasn't expecting to not like these, if I'm honest, because I was expecting these to be very, very similar to the Skin Enhancer, and in my opinion, they are. So if you like the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer formula, I think you will really, really like this formula and like these blushes, but if you don't like the Skin Enhancer, I don't think you will like them. Also, if you're someone that's looking for a more pigmented blush, definitely go for the blush sticks. These are a softer wash of color. They definitely still show up on the skin, at least for my skin tone, but they are a lot softer of a pigment than the blush sticks, so just keep that in mind. But if you are someone that loves that no makeup look, or a more natural makeup look, or you're heavy-handed like me, or you're intimidated by cream products, these are a really good way to start. And also if you're someone that likes that juiced up, hydrated kind of cheek, this is also a really good product for you. I think if you have oily skin, maybe tread lightly. These might be too kind of hydrated for you guys, unless you're going to like set them with a powder blush over the top. All right, that wraps up my thoughts on the Mario blush veils. Let me know what you think down below. Have you picked these up? Have you tried them? Are you eyeing them off? I'd love to hear from you guys. If you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much, and I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.